current management was bequeathed with about 63,000 beneficiaries across the country. Upon a cursory audit of this figure, in respect of the payroll system, we observe a number of discrepancies. For instance, the January payroll which was submitted to us for approval included arrears to some beneficiaries as far back as May 2016. We also observed that 2,999 beneficiaries had vacated their posts but continued to draw allowance. In view of these abnormalities, the agency suspended the payment of beneficiary allowance in order to conduct a comprehensive audit into the beneficiary payroll. This decision was duly communicated to the beneficiaries and the general public via a statement issued by the management on February 19, 2017. The deletion of the 2,999 beneficiaries from the payroll saved the nation as much as 4,270,800 Ghana cedis for the 4-month duration, that is from February to May this year. In effect, for each month, the taxpayer will save an amount of 1,067,700 Ghana cedis, which would have gone into wrong hands. On the basis of these mind-blowing revelations, management commissioned the internal audit agency to conduct a special audit into the operations of the agency, specifically in 45 selected districts across the country and the regional offices of the YEA. Findings of the draft report of the internal audit agency. A. Payments of unearned allowances to beneficiaries not at post, meaning those who have vacated their posts, amounted to 1,247,300 Ghana cedis. B. Funds meant for official use paid into personal accounts or disbursed in cash amounted to 5,433,261. C. Supporting documents for payments not cited amounted to 1,789,191. D. Procurement without adherence to due process amounted to 85,563 Ghana cedis. E. Discrepancies between data generated from the YEA portal and data obtained from the district offices was also noted. F. Beneficiaries recruited without appointment letters not cited by the Chief Executive Officer, among others. These were the findings or the draft report from the findings of the internal audit agency. Furthermore, management, through the monitoring and evaluation unit, decided based on the work of the internal audit agency to conduct a physical verification of beneficiaries, what is popularly known as headcount, in each of the 216 districts in the country, since the work of the internal agency was limited to only 45 districts, as noted earlier. These are the findings of the physical verification exercise conducted by management. 2,716 beneficiaries did not have appointment letters, but the agency was paying an amount of 814,800 cedis every month to them. This translates into 3,259,200 Ghana cedis for the 4 months period that we suspended the payroll, i.e. from February to May 2017. We also realized that 9,442 beneficiaries were above the age requirement to be able to be enrolled into the Youth Employment Agency. And this amounts to 2,832,7 600 Ghana cedis every month. Therefore, in the 4 months that we suspended the payroll, the agency would have paid 11,330,400 Ghana cedis. We also noted that 4,681 beneficiaries have vacated their post. This means the agency was paying 1,404,300 Ghana cedis every month. Therefore, like the others, in 4 months, the agency would have paid 5,617,200 Ghana cedis. We also noted that, just as in every office, when you are given an appointment letter, you need to have an assumption of duty letter. But in YEA, however, we realized that 11,512 beneficiaries were without assumption of duty letters. And this amounts to 3,453,600 Ghana cedis per month that we were paying those without assumption of duty letters. And for the 4 months that we suspended the payroll, the amount is 30,814,400 Ghana cedis. We also noted that 14,443 non-existing beneficiaries, meaning they are either ghost names or they have vacated their post. And this amounted to 4,332,900 Ghana cedis per month. And therefore, in the 4 months that we suspended the payroll, we saved 17,331,600 Ghana cedis. So, per the physical verification exercise undertaken by management, in respect of the 3 anomalies that we captured in our findings, a total of 16,839 beneficiaries' names have been deleted from the payroll, and this has saved the taxpayer an amount of 20,206,800 Ghana cedis. However, in respect of the last findings, that is, beneficiary without assumption of duty letters and non-existing beneficiaries, management has given itself a month to address issues regarding their status, because possibly there could be a genuine reason that when we went around to do the head count, a person may be sick or maybe didn't get the information, or for instance, maybe a person has assumption of duty letter but could not bring it. So management has decided to give ourselves 1 month for people with such problems to come forward for us to verify. As part of the physical verification exercise conducted by management, we also observed that, and this is very serious, that some district directors connived with some beneficiaries to partake in the verification exercise, knowing very well that they have vacated their post. But I can assure all of you that further investigations will be conducted and those found culpable will be dealt with within the remit of the law. And on top of that, as part of our monitoring exercise, the next phase will involve the National Security, the Bureau of National Investigation, and our monitoring assistants to verify all those beneficiaries at their place of post. Again, it was also detected that some appointment letters were issued, purportedly to have been signed by the acting CEO, when indeed same never happened. Additionally, some appointment letters were also issued bearing the signature of the outgoing CEO between March and April, at which time he was not in office. This, among others, will also be investigated and the necessary action taken further. Set out or was issued on 10th April 2017, and it has my signature on it. But since I assumed office, I never issued any appointment letter to anyone. So that is an evidence on how a signature of mine was given to someone, when indeed I have not signed any signature to anybody. Now the question is the way forward. As a way of dealing with the challenges that have plagued the agency over the period, management, in consultation with the sector ministry, have resolved to strengthen the internal control mechanism, including introduction of a pre-monthly validation policy before payments. We have also engaged more monitoring assistance for this purpose. Management has further decided that all payments must pass through the internal audit unit for pre-auditing before same is effected. In our quest to position the agency to effectively perform its core mandate and to avoid future occurrence of the aforementioned challenges, the agency is embarking on staff movements within departments, units, districts, and regions to make sure that we effectively perform our duties, so that in areas where staffs are overstaffed or understaffed, there will be a balance to make sure that the Youth Employment Agency, as a public service agency, duly perform its functions. Management, in due course, will also be referring matters involving, I quote, alleged fraud and other impropriety to the appropriate security agencies for the necessary actions to be taken. I wish to state that in spite of the aforementioned challenges, the agency under the Ministry of Employment and Labor Relations still remains committed to fulfilling its core mandate of providing employment opportunities to the nation's youth, and we will, in the coming days, inform the general public of models that we will roll out.